Hi everybody, I'm Tim over at Turner's Warehouse, and today I want to talk about unboxing a chuck or choosing a chuck and what to do when you do get one. So right here I have a record Power SC3, and the first thing to consider when you're buying a chuck is making sure that you have the right thread. The SC3s come direct threads. Other brands do have inserts that you can actually attach to the chuck themselves, so you can switch between different lathes. But that's a different story altogether. So what I'm going to do is go through the process of opening the box, cleaning it, and setting it up. I may skip a couple steps for the interest of time in the video, but let's go ahead and get started. So when you open the package for your chuck, you're going to have your chuck key, which is what this is here. We'll take this out. Take out the chuck key, and I'm going to open up this, and I'll have my jaws, and I will have an accessory package that has screws, Allen keys, and what's called a worm screw. I'll show you how to attach that briefly in just a moment. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice when you unpackage your chuck is that it's usually coated in grease. What I do with my chucks when I open them up, yes, I have chucks, I said that plurally, I have a problem. I will usually soak mine in a solvent, usually a kerosene or a kerosene-based solvent like mineral spirits lacquer thinner, just to get the cosmoline off. I will then it basically cleans out all the grease within all the gears. So by cleaning all the grease out, you still need to lubricate it. I use either a silicone spray or a lithium grease, and what those do is they will lubricate thoroughly without getting gummed up with wood dust. That's why I like those types of lubricants. They're kind of a dry lubricant. So when you are looking at your chuck, I've gone ahead and taken all the pieces out of the packaging. You're going to notice a few things. The jaws, they actually have numbers on them. These are the jaws. I refer to these as the slides here. The slides are numbered. If you notice that, each one of these jaws is also numbered. Those jaws go on the corresponding slides. You need to make sure you put those on. The biggest misstep a lot of people take when they are attaching the jaws to their chuck is they will go ahead and put the jaws on and they will tighten them completely down. You really don't want to do that, because while they will sit properly, they may not actually register properly. The difference between sitting properly and registering properly is that sitting, they will sit properly in the slide themselves. Registering means that when you go to close them down, the faces may not be equal and they may not actually fit nicely together. So I'm going to show briefly how to attach those and show you how I do that. In the baggie that also comes with your chuck, like I said, you have the screws, Allen keys, and what's called a worm screw. You're also going to see what's called a little set screw and a felt washer. Now, when you see this felt washer and this set screw, a lot of people don't know what that's for. Most lathes these days do have what's called a reverse function, and what you need to do is you actually need to put that felt washer and that set screw into this hole inside the body of the chuck, so that when you tighten it down, if you put your lathe in reverse, it doesn't come spinning off on you. It's a safety feature. You want to make sure you do use that. So from here, what I do is, even though it does come with the appropriate size Allen key to attach to the jaws, I prefer to use a T-wrench. That's just my preference. You can get them pretty cheaply anywhere at any hardware store. So I'm just going to start setting these on. And I'm going to screw them in, but I'm not going to screw them in tight. Okay, I have all the jaws attached to the chuck, to the slides of the chuck. Now, they are seated properly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get them registered. So I'm going to actually close the jaws of the chuck down all the way. And what that does is it does register them appropriately. It's going to be flat across here, and it's going to register flat against each jaw as they connect to close. Now, seldom you're going to get those connected or have those in contact, but this will keep them all in a perfect order. Now, what I will do is I will go ahead and go through and tighten these screws. It's going to be kind of like the wheel of a tire when you change your tire. You want to do opposing screws. So I'll do 1, 3, 2, and 4. Repeat on the outer set of screws. Then I will open them, and your chuck is ready to use. Now, real quickly, with the worm screw, a lot of people have a problem with this. On the insides of these slides, there is a flat section, and you can probably see this right here in the video. That flat spot registers right here on this flat spot of the worm screw. What you need to do is when you go in here, and this little section here is a shoulder that goes on this portion. This portion of the jaws does hold that there. So you go like this. And that's registered against the flats. Tighten your chuck, and you're ready to use your worm screw. And this is a cross grain function only when you are doing wood turning. Again, my name is Tim. I hope you found this information to be a little bit helpful. Hopefully it's demystified the chuck setup process. If you do have any questions, by all means, please don't hesitate to comment or contact us here at the store. Hope you have a great rest of your day.